The answer to the question, why is it so difficult to pace ourselves in a marathon? Why do so many of us slow down in the second half of a marathon when we don't in shorter races? Is that this mechanism, like any mechanism, has its limitations, and we can't just. There's a certain computational power that regulatory anticipation has, and when you run an extreme distance, that extreme distance is basically unfathomable to your subconscious brain that's trying to understand how fast you can go without killing yourself in an event. When it's 10 or 13 miles, that you've probably done in your training fairly regularly, so it's a familiar distance, because this mechanism is basically calibrated by experience. The more you run, the more different situations you run in, the more accurate that mechanism becomes. For something like a marathon, we run that distance so seldom that your regulatory anticipation mechanism can't be well calibrated for that distance. It's beyond fathoming. So when you start a marathon, if you are running an appropriate pace, you're going to feel fantastic. You feel like you could run forever at that pace. And if it's just 5 or 10 seconds per mile too fast, even that degree of error is enough to put you in a world of hurt. Maybe at mile 20 or mile 21, when you still have well over half an hour or 45 minutes of running left, and you can find yourself slowing down precipitously. Tip number one is run more than one marathon. And you've run more than one already, so that's going to help you. That experience in the first one. Most people have a tough time pacing themselves well in their first one, and that's fine. What I should have done in my first marathon is listen to people who said just go to finish, or just chalk it up to experience. You try to run the most appropriate pace based on common sense and experience from training, but understand that you're only going to get so close, and that the experience of doing your best in your first marathon will help you pace yourself much more effectively in your second marathon, and so on.